Let me just get back on cam. Hello to everybody. So tonight's gonna be a small stream about finishing my keyboard here for OBS Studio. So it's a keyboard I have set up with color-coded keys as different scenes, different cameras, sounds, microphones, and to switch, reset timer. The red keys are basically keys that cannot be touched. They're used by the program itself. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Let me see if my sound is up and running. Okay. Working on today. Sound is good. Okay. Of course, you're welcome to chat. The chat room is open on Twitch itself. And welcome to chat. Yeah, so if you have questions or comments or anything you want to tell me or say or anything like that, then please do it in chat. Of course, I don't have my eyes on it all the time, so just bear with me. When you ask a question, I'll get around to it, but it might take a couple of seconds. Now let me get some water over here. I've got a couple of little things I have to clean off. Just a little bit of water there. So basically I painted, well, my daughter Angelica painted the keys. So I just want to take off a little bit of overrun. That's not the best way. Let me just get this and flake it off. There we go. So this is simple acrylic paint that my daughter had in her arts and craft stuff. She does do some paintings. So just cleaning up some overruns with the brush. Oh, just about there. So basically, whenever I set up a scene in OBS, using OBS Studio, what I like to do is always color code everything. So all the, for example, all my not the scenes, but yeah, all the different scenes within a layout are yellow and orange or yellow and green. So basically that gives me access to 24 different scenes possible. Now if I want to have publicity or anything extra as far as scenes are concerned, I've got these two here which are as well as the orange and the green. So basically that translates to 6 different options. We have 24 sound option, 24 mic, 24 I forgot what it is, but what are those? And we've got 24 titling and different stuff I can make appear and disappear. And these here is to transition from one scene to another. And this one here is to reset the timer. Now when I, like, let's say for example, when I put the 10-minute timer screen, if I want to reset it to another 10 minutes, I press here and it resets it to another 10 minutes. So it's a quick, efficient way to run OBS. Now, since this is an acrylic paint, and it'll probably rub off real quick, so what I'm gonna do is tape up the keyboard and clear coat it with a matte acrylic sealer, so that'll seal up this good. Then we'll go over the what was written on the keyboard, so the numbers, the letters and whatnot, so we'll put it back on. So this way, when I enter stuff in OBS, I always like to, let's say for example, if I want control with the 1 key, what I'm gonna write in parentheses right next to the whatever that name is, CTRL+1. So I know that control 1, it will flip to that particular scene. The F keys are like the same thing. The F1 is one thing, and so on and so forth. Control and Control Shift, and so it's really easy to find my way around when it's right on the screen as well. You see each let's say each mic has the name of the mic, but next to it on the left side is the control key that is needed to run that mic. So it makes it really fast and efficient. You don't have to fiddle around to find the right keyboard combination. So if you're looking at the video right now, you see also Discord chat. So I was saying Discord chat is also available. Let me pop it up here. So Discord. If you rather chat with Discord instead of chatting in the Twitch box. I'm starting the Twitch right now to see if anybody is in not the Twitch, sorry, but the Discord. All right, that's good. go. Today, 2:46 p.m. Yeah, so somebody was asking me a question in Discord about the name of the sword, and for the moment being, it's a blank in my mind. I kind of forgot what it was. What's the name? Sorry about that. And also, the same person was asking me about the mold. What material will I be making the mold? I guess for the jewel. And the mold is gonna be, I think I'm gonna make it in clay, since I have clay here. So that'll keep me from having to get more source material. So it's probably gonna be made out of clay. So let's see here. And let's get back to the Twitch channel. Alright, back. Yeah, I forgot the name of the sword. I'm trying to think of it right now. That's good. That's pretty good. Let's get some orange off here. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Got a bit of color to get off here. There we go. All right, so that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape up the part where I don't want any clear to go on. I'm going to use my tape over here. So the reason I'm doing the clear coat on it first is that I want to be able to easily write the text on it without taking off the paint on the key itself. Since this is only a plastic keyboard, you have to be careful. So by doing a clear coat first on the keys like that, then I'm gonna be able to come in and with silver paint pen or something like that, or white pen or something similar to that. I'm going to be able to write all the lettering and then do another clear over it just to make sure everything stays where it's supposed to. So that's, yeah, well, I was looking at the I was looking at a keyboard the other day where you had programmable lighting, RGB lighting that you could change the color, but $150 for that keyboard. So I said, hold on, I've got some used keyboards around. So this was a used keyboard. It's working fine. I checked it out before I started everything, but it was just laying around, and now it's going to be put to use. And it's a USB keyboard, so I can have this one plugged in and my regular keyboard, doesn't matter, they both work together. So that's going to be one other good thing, is that they both work together, and I don't have to reach out and unplug one so I can plug the other. There we go. Alright, so let's shake up the clear a little bit. Of course, if you have any question, either in Twitch or in Discord, sorry, don't hesitate to ask your question, post your comments. If you like my channel, of course, please give me a follow, a thumbs up, or whatever, and follow is always great. The more people, the more content I can make, and keeps me motivated. So let's see, that's good. Let me unplug my mic a second and I'll shake up the can and I'll be back. There we go. So let me just bring it, do I have? Yeah, let me just bring this around. Just so keeps everything off. Put a light coat on it. And just go easy like that. Alright, so I'll let it dry up a little bit. should have written down the sword name. Let me see if I can find it on the internet while this is drying up a little bit. It's a sword. What's it called? Sword. Let's go with backspace. Magical sword. Go in images and let's see what we can find. No, no, no. If I can find the image, I'll recognize it right away. But unfortunately, I'm not finding it. No, that's not it. Cruising sword, is that what's it called? Go computer, go. Chrysamere sword. I do believe that's the one. I do believe that's the one. Yeah, there it is. It's called a Chrysamere sword. Let me get this out. Copy. Go to answer that to Discord and there we go. So that's answered. And let me get the image back of the sword. You can see it. This is the sword I'll be making. I'm trying to give you a bit of a close-up on it. Sorry about that, I've got a stuffy nose. So that's the sword. Chrysamere sword. And they do have a couple of different there's a couple of game. I think there's a mod in one game that is this sword mod. So what does this look like right now? This is pretty much dried up. Salut Jeff. How are you doing, my son?
I'm doing well.
All right. Oops, wrong thing. Gotta put it over here.
I'm gonna go now.
Okay, son. That's pretty dried up. Let me just put a little bit more. Let me just put the shield back up here. There we go. That's enough. Do a couple spritz upside down. It doesn't work for all cans. Some cans are made to spray upside down, so basically it doesn't do anything. It's just an old habit of doing that. So I'll leave it to dry like that. Then we'll come in with different color pen, like white for the dark keys, and black for maybe the yellow and the light blue. And we put in like F1 and so on and so forth. So basically putting back what was on the keyboard originally. And with the color coding and everything, that's going to be fantastic. And once it's all written up again with all the letters and numbers and whatnot, I'll put another clear coat on it. So that's going to be awesome. Of course, when you put clear coat on the keyboard, be careful not to get too much on so it doesn't drip down and jam up your keyboard. So it's got to be able to keep on working even after all the mods have been done to it. So that's the job here at hand. So, and the sword, you saw what the sword was looking like, what it looked like. So it's gonna be this table right here. If you look at the whole table, you can't really see the whole table. Let me just pan you over. Now that bench right there that you see, the whole bench is 8 foot in length. Okay, 8 foot total length. And the sword is going to be 6 foot in length. So basically the sword is going to go all the way to the edge of the paper here. So it's going to be 6 foot in length. So it's going to be quite impressive. It's going to have somewhere around a 12-inch handle and guard. Then the blade, it's going to be somewhere around 6 inches wide in parts, a little bit wider in other, since it's got a like a serrated edge on it at the base of the blade. It's going to have the writing on there that's going to light up, and of course the jewel right in the handle, or rather the guard. That's also going to be light up, be powered by LEDs, red LEDs, high power. So I think that's going to be something really impressive to see, because let me see how a 6 foot sword would be compared to what I am. So I don't think I'm going to be able to carry the sword, you know, pinned to my back, because right there, that's 6 foot. So if the handle is 1 foot, that means it would have, yeah, it's going to be a sword for somebody real tall or somebody that's going to be able to carry it all the time. Oh, this stuff dries pretty fast. Thing stays tight. Good. So that'll keep our fingers from rubbing off the paint. If you look at what it looks like right now, give it a bit of a... Oh, what happened here? I lost the signal again. I think I lost... No, it's in the camera. That's weird. The signal from it is good. But I lost... There we go, I lost my fucking signal again. No, okay, the stream is good. What's the deal with this thing? Cancel. Okay, well, as long as everything's working, then there's no need for me to stop anything. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so that's a cheap way of getting a keyboard that's decent for working with OBS or any kind of software where you can set up the keys to be always the same. So with OBS Studio, you can once you create a scene, you can assign a keystroke to each keys. So basically, I always try to keep my setup always the same, so that way, you know, if once I get used to it, I know that F1 is the opening scene, F2 is the 5-minute before, F3 is the live scene, you know, and so on and so forth. If we got 8 scenes, then F8 is going to be the end screen, F7 is going to be the closing credits, F6 is going to be the 10-minute break, you know. So by keeping it all basically all set up almost the same, you can do all kinds of stuff, and you get really used to it real quick. Let me check out, do we have something new in the Discord chat? Alright, at least we can talk in Discord, that's good. And my... that's weird. The view on my phone is jammed, but the stream is going well. It's kind of strange. No. Yeah, it's still going well. Oh, okay. Alright. So my friend on Discord is telling me that printing out the model for my gem is going to be somewhere around 4 hours of 3D printing. So yeah, so 4 hours of printing to get a jewel that is about, if my memory serves me right, somewhere around 3 centimeters by 2 centimeters. So that'll give me the model that I'm gonna use to make my mold. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my ball of clay here and basically place it on. I'm gonna maybe glue the jewel on a, let's say maybe a melamine or something that is smooth. Then I'll put some clay all over it. Then I'll take the clay off of it, and I'm gonna be able to use the clay. No, that's not gonna work. I need to do it twice, so I need to make a part. Unless I can use the clay to mold the warbler, I would have to put I'm gonna have to think about that one, because I've got to have a female mold to be able to place the clear warbler plastic inside of it. Now he's going to be printing out a male part. Then yeah, the best thing I think I'm gonna do then would be to do a fiberglass mold of the part. So if I do the fiberglass mold, then it will resist heat. This, when I try to shape the plastic into it, it might just fall apart, you know, soften up and fall apart. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to look to find if I have something. I'm sure I have something to do a fiberglass mold. Doesn't take anything especially big. No, the diamond itself is not really that big, or rather the jewel itself. Let me check a couple of things here. So there we go. So this is pretty much dried up. I'm happy with the result. My daughter did a nice job. Then she's going to do the writing on it. Then we'll clear coat it again. Then it's going to be all done and ready to be put on my desk, to be ready to be used. There we go. There we go. And garbage right next to me. There we go. Awesome. I'm happy. So that's going to be our job. Put the writing on there. I think everything flows up. Let me just go back to my regular channel page. See if my stream's still working okay. Yep, okay, all good. So all is good for that. All right. Now I don't know why the image froze, but still keeps on going. Well, it'll fix up when I go on that 10-minute break. All right, awesome. Let me switch you guys over here like this. And now I have to look over there, so there's a bit of delay before. Okay, I think that's probably gonna be okay. So let's see. Now it's a bit too high. Let's get the sun in its eyes. Let me just go like this. There we go. So that is good. That's a good thing. Of course, if you want to find out different websites where you can get any kind of building materials like that's because I want to say it. EVA foam or glue for the foam or any kind of paint or weathering paint like the rub and buff that you hear sometimes mentioned in different videos. You could visit my website www.player1.events. So that's www.player1.events. It's the first link you see in the center at the top of the stream. And when you go there, you go in links. Then you have different links for building materials or special effects or costume makers and builders and stuff like that. So you can find out, you know, what's out there. You can basically by going through the site, you can find out pretty much anything about cosplay in Canada, the different dates of the events. If you go also at the bottom of the page, there's a link that's called insert coins to continue. So that link will bring you to my Patreon page. Well, not directly to the Patreon page, but bring you to another page where you'll have a link to the Patreon page. You also have a link to different ways if you ever want to sponsor anything for a particular build. You want me to build something for you, anything like that. I've set up ways where you can basically pay for the materials and stuff, and we can have the build live and published in the videos for everybody to see. So now I've put together yesterday the shopping list for the sword project, and today was a bit busy with the office, so I didn't get around to ordering anything. But tomorrow I'm gonna have some time on my hands, and I'll be able to place the first orders of stuff, which is gonna be the plywood, the epoxy glue, and stuff from Great Hobbies. I'm gonna put a link to them also on my website, so you get a link direct to getting different materials in different sizes and glues and whatnot that are really helpful in building your cosplay accessories. Now, then after that, I'm going to place the order for foam, paint, and the finishing touches, as like the rub and buff and stuff like that. Why is it like dimming and coming back? I think it's still got the let me just scoot you down a little bit like this. Yeah, so, and that's gonna be one thing there. Is that gonna be better on the stream? I think that's gonna be better. Got that one light there, and it's a little bit too bright. Let's see what we got going here. that's good. So that's all right. I'm still working out the bugs here a little bit. Yesterday, during the live stream, my router crashed. So the only thing I could do was simply unplug it and plug it back in. I have no idea why that happened. Although that is an old router, maybe that's why. It's just simply got most of its useful life out of it. So I have to check more into it. Maybe do a hardware update in it. I don't know. I'll have to check if anything is available for that. And if we have updates available, then we can certainly try that first. And then eventually, if that all fails, then plan B is, of course, shelling out some money to buy a new one. But that's how we grow. We get everything better and up and running, and you know. Keep updating one thing, update another thing, update another thing. Pretty soon everything is updated and everything's running fine. Although I would rather I would rather not need to update anything and have everything work fine. So far it's doing good. Of course, you can't beat, the professional stuff that has been tested and retested. So I'm just working with basic stuff. My cell phone is the camera, and working with what I have around. So there we go. One done. So that's good. That's good that the stream's still going. All right. Let's see if I can try to get my live view on cam again. But it seems to be somewhat. Can I just like flip cameras? No, that's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. What do we have here? Can't stop. Come on, restart over, please. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Oh. Let's see what happened here. I think it connected to the wrong thing. Oh, yep. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do my break early. It's been already somewhere around an hour on stream. So what I'm gonna do is go on break right away and cure the camera issue here, and I'll be back after my 10-minute break. So catch you back in 10 minutes. back. Let me see if my camera is okay. There we go. Camera is good. Stream is good. I don't know what happened. It just wanted to mess around, I guess. Let me see if I... Okay, so somebody's saying that the sound is not very high on my mic. So let me check that out. Let me go and check that out. I'll be off cam for a little while. And share volume. Ça, tu les as fait blanc, moi je les aurais fait noir. Okay, let's see. Let me check that volume. It's at the top range. I can't really put it back higher than that. Let me see. Close that here, turn that back on, and monitor. Advanced audio. And select plugin. Let's see. Are the 1, 2? No, that's just as loud as it is all the time. Maybe I was speaking too low. Let me just put everything back. There we go. Okay, so let me get back over there. No, I'm streaming some. T'as pas de noir?
Pas avec ça pour tout le même. Comme tu sais que c'est les F, puis que F1 à F3 c'est une couleur, F4 à F6 ou à F5 c'est une autre, F6, F7, F7, F8. C'est surtout que c'est moi là, quand je regarde de ce clavier-là le plus.
Probably. Alright, so my daughter did the writing on the keyboard. Oh, let me see. I kind of lost. Where did it go? I lost the foam on my mic. Maybe that's why it's muted a little bit. Yeah, I'll have to look for that when I go back inside. Alright, so let's redo the taping here on the keyboard since all the writing is done. I'll be able to have this finished and ready to go. volume is at maximum on mic. Yeah, volume is at maximum on mic. Now I'm gonna have to speak louder, I guess. I think he's I think my friend's running my diamond 3D printing. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Don't go too fast, computer. Alright. Stop. Come on. Let's put that over here. I don't know if that's going to come in or not. Yeah, it's coming in. Turn down the volume just a tad. There we go. Yeah, he's printing out my I think it is. It looks like it. If you want to see some 3D printing in action, you can always jump in on Discord. We got a feed of and I think, is it almost done? No. What time is it? It was telling me 4 hours. Oh no, it's just starting out. Okay. I was starting to get you got a beautiful handwritten keyboard with white lettering everywhere. So let me put some clear back on there. Looks like it's still filling it up the bottom part of my mold. Kind of looks big on camera, but I just asked him what the size was, just to make sure that we both have the same the same stuff. Let me put my shield back here to Alright. Let's go back to my feed. All is good or all is jammed. Reload my feed. I may be taxing pretty much my stuff, but that's one way to find out if everything is gonna work okay. Just gotta push it and push it until it breaks. So we've got one coat of clear on there. Let me just go off the stream here for a second. Alright, let's put a pause on that one and let's go back to my why offline. Let's go. I'm not offline, I'm live. Still going live. Going strong. Okay. Alright, it's almost 9 o'clock. That's not too bad. Productive evening. I may do one last coat of clear, and that's gonna be it for that. Now, like I said, I lost my little bit of foam on here. Try maybe to get it closer to my, and it's gotta be turned this way. Now maybe this is better. Should be better. There we go. So that's one thing done, and yeah, so maybe tomorrow I'll do a stream to show you a bit what happened here, to show you a bit how I work with OBS and OBS Studio, and what all I've done there as far as setting up my page and my different screenshots and different graphics on there. You know, like the robots and overlays and Yeah, maybe if some of you are interested in the more advanced stuff, then we could go in details, cover that. So, did it give me an answer for that? Yeah, over here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. Well, just kind of. I hope I'm not putting too much stress on the stream. This keyword is looking good and good and good. There we go. That's enough. And where's my... What happened there? I didn't ask to be flipped over. Let me put... Let me just close Twitch here. It's hogging up juice. And what is all good here, all good there. All right. Let me take this apart. There we go. It finally closed. So this will dry up. Awesome. Awesome work. So that's good. Let me check something here. And over here. And over here. Sorry about that. Hour 34. That's not too bad. So this is all good. All right. So let me just see a last testing of the mic. It's kind of positioned in the wrong spot as it doesn't have the. I lost the phone, so it's hard to position it right. I guess the foam has a use for the mic. And it doesn't want to clip. There we go. Now it's facing the wrong way. What's the deal here? There we go. Now, is this better? Oh, hopefully this is the best sound. This should be okay for that, for the sound. So thanks, I think I'm gonna call it a day for this. So basically we've got the keyboard all laid out for OBS setup. We've got scenes, we've got music, we've got mics, we got different titling that I can bring up, publicity titling or anything like that. So if, for example, I wanted to, on the live scene, bring up the host name, for example, then I've got keys set up to do that. Host name, title of the episode, I've got that set up as well. So yep, everything is there. So, and I've still got some room to spare on the keys. So that's a simple way of doing a custom keyboard for you. If you need anything for yourself that is special for your software or anything like that, you could always use acrylic paint and you know, have a go at it. It's cheap, it's fun, and it looks good. Handwritten keyboard with color-coded keys. So you don't have to go out and buy the $150 keyboard. As long as it does the job. So thanks if you were watching. Thank you for watching. If you're catching the recording, I thank you for watching the recording itself. And if you like the subject, please give me a follow, and of course you can always put comments on the videos if you like, or if you have ideas of other stuff you'd like to see. So always leave some comments. So for now, I'm gonna say thank you for watching and have a great night. Bye bye.